So last episode, I said that we would slow down, we would smell the roses, and we would take care of some house chores. Uh, and that's kind of what I intend to do today. I'm I'm not really thinking about any story missions. I considered doing some that are fairly low stakes, and I may yet. We're waking up today. This is immediately after Sean's return party. That video hasn't gone up yet because it's huge for some reason. I looked and some of my settings got reset to their defaults, which were a little higher than I wanted. My computer can run it, but I don't know. It just seems kind of unnecessary. Let's get Arthur dressed up. We're gonna take a look at his journal this morning. Sean is over there accosting Pearson. Let's see. Get some boots on. I like these Rambler boots. And let's go with a vest.
You know, it's not too late to repent, my Mexican friend.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm sure there's priests who will happily take your confession.
Damn.
You're doomed.
Javier got him. I mean, it is. Swanson is not exactly in any position to be telling people how they ought live right now. So, telling him to basically piss off with all that is fair enough. Where are gloves? There they are. Want to get him some gloves. I like this outfit. The Stalker hat, I think, the hat that I'm wearing now, is meant to pay homage to Clint Eastwood's Man with No Name. It looks pretty similar from what I can tell.
Hey, Arthur! What you want? Man, you one sour son of a bitch, ain't you?
Only when I see you.
Only when I see you.
They're pretty funny. Because obviously, I mean...
Well
oh,
done, Arthur. You found the Irish Terrier. Sadly, he's just a younger version of you. Please don't say that to me, Dutch. Oh, it's true. It's true.
last episode,
Bring
I
me something
forgot.
soon if you can, Arthur.
I forgot to donate the
There should
meat
be some
and
real
pelt.
good eating. Thank you, Arthur.
So that was pretty embarrassing. Not a good look to stay up all night drinking and forget to take the carcass off your horse. You look like you started at me, Hobby.
You did good with Sean. You wouldn't have got him without you.
All we seem to do is rescue folks these days, Arthur.
I know.
I'd love to do Kieran's mission. I don't want to do Strauss's mission. Hosea, I'd like to do that one too, but you have to buy a new horse for that mission, and I don't have the money to get a good one. I'd be stuck with a horse I'd hate.
Mr. Pearson?
I don't want to do Kieran's mission today, so tell you what.
Hey, Arthur.
I'm sorry. It breaks my heart to tell Hosea no, and to ride off on him. But we're gonna do a few errands in town first and foremost. Because Arthur's guns are getting to be in bad shape. I haven't cleaned them. And I was starting to notice last episode that they were making pretty rough sounds, and the smoke was starting to blow black, so... I don't think we have any gun oil on us.
Yeah.
There's a... see if
There
that
we
fox
go.
gets that rabbit. Gave up. Study him. Well, I guess I could check and see if I have the gun oil. Try to maintain my revolver. And no gun oil.
Yep.
We've achieved maximum bonding with horse. So this horse is about as good as he's gonna get. And unfortunately, the ceiling on a Tennessee Walker is just not very high. I mean, it's not too low. It's a good starter. Oh. I just hit a rabbit. Hearing gunshots.
Now, come on. Oh, now. Hey, good.
Well, I didn't save them, but I guess I stopped the O'Driscolls for what it's worth. The horse handling has felt so odd lately. It might just be me. I might be eating shit. That was a dumb thing to say, dude. Now, I have odd feelings about killing a man in chains.
I just bet you'd kill a defenseless man.
Uh-huh. Here, I'll let you out, see what you do. But you're probably getting pistol whipped.
I ride with Colm O'Driscoll, you fool. Get these damn ropes off me! You stupid
Just
clump of
isn't
cow
your
dung!
day, is it?
Didn't have anything. We'll leave him to his
You
devices.
take care now.
I would, for the sake of immersion, try to take him back into town as like a prisoner, but I'm afraid that wouldn't go over well. Vultures. Western turkey vulture. Yields feathers and gamey bird meat. Yep, can be used in crafting and cooking. Or can be sold. Use a varmint rifle for a clean kill. I don't plan on killing any turkey vultures, but we do have blood on the ground. Let's see what we can find out. Viscera. Ruh-roh. Yeah, something I meant to do is I need to stop clicking my teeth. Kind of like... Anyway, let's inspect this. Trying to get better at commanding a microphone.
Ooh. You poor bastard.
Killer Clue 1 piece. I think it should say Killer Clue Piece 1, but I know what they meant. Collect the matching torn map pieces to uncover the mystery. Give him some more oatcakes. Yeah, pretty traumatic scene right outside town. The law is asleep. I always hate riding through Valentine because your horse gets filthy immediately. And I haven't unlocked the brush yet. I always thought that was like the most ridiculous part of the game, is that they put the horse brush behind a mission. Like, come on. Alright. We're taking Arthur out on the town. Buy some gun oil. Oop. Yep. We'll buy some gun oil, clean the guns, and read some of the things I said we would read.
Good to see you again, pardon. Oh, wait. You're that fellow who had to fight with Tommy outside of Smithfield's?
Yep,
People are still talking about that fight.
I ain't.
Fair enough. Neither's Tommy. Anyway, how can I help you today?
Well, hopefully Tommy's not too bad off. Maybe we'll see him again. Alright. Got all the gun oil we can get. Let's go ahead and fill up on express revolver cartridges and repeater cartridges. And let's look at what guns are available. I don't have the money for anything in particular, but I just want to see what I can buy. Put my mind to something. Because, yeah, I want a Springfield. That opened up a lot of hunting opportunities. Schofield revolver is still locked. I don't like to run pistols. I like revolvers. Alright. Bullets and oil. Good shopping
See
bin.
what's available.
And let's take care of them.
Why the hell you carrying that gun around here?
Look, buddy, I just gotta wipe it down real quick, and apparently that counts as a thorough cleaning. Let's speed it up.
Hey,
And... Oh,
Gentlemen,
Hey.
and let's clean our repeater. If you don't, for one, makes you look like a bit of a tool. And for two, it, well, it makes them less effective. Damages their... Well, it lowers the damage, fire rate, and reload speed. Which you can see with the red parts of the meter that are going away as we clean. If only we had a brush.
Okay there, boy?
Now let's find a good place to read.
How do you do?
Because I want to take a look at some of those gunslinger cards that we found the last episode. Oh, well. Can you sit in public? You can't. How tragic. I'm just going to lean up against this here, and we're going to read all about Emmett Granger. This is what we got from that aspiring author. Pervert, killer, hog fancier? 1882, Beaver Brook, massacre, reported sightings. 1886, Laidlaw, like a family name. Family disappearance, rumors of involvement. 1890, the Chaparral killings, suspect. 1894, Fosse Gang, arrest, witness. 1895, federal pardon, why? At present, keeper of hogs near Flatiron Lake. Interview refused. Flaco Hernandez.
Hello there, mister.
The Terror of the Grizzlies. Wanted in 8 states. Runs with a gang of at least 10. Stone Cold Killers, is that right? Raids into Annisburg, Valentine, Strawberry, and surrounds. Gazette reports hideout west of Coulter, deep in Grizzly Mountains. Unlikely conversationalist, proceed with caution. Darn.
Hello, mister.
Got 2 more. Billy Midnight.
You're always working so hard.
Unless you're willing to pay off my bills, then yeah.
born William Schnell, the man who killed Rabbit Matthews, little known about midnight before killing, thought to have been Matthews's rifle cleaner and stable boy, knew Calloway then. Overnight sensation gained national celebrity, speaking tours, then reenactments from St. Louis to San Denis, San Francisco, etc. Received death threats and suffered attempts on his life. Now a recluse, save for regular sightings at Rhodes train station. Ask for him there. And the last one. Black Belle.
How do you do?
She's got a nice deer. Maybelle Elizabeth Coulter, the grand dame of the gunslingers, the dynamite dowager. Married 6 times to 6 gentlemen. Gamblers, robbers, outlaws everyone. Never divorced, dresses in her widow's weeds. Sole remaining survivor of the Coulter-Tobin gang. Outlawed after robbery in Rhodes. Private contract for her life or liberty, large reward. Last reported sighting near Blue Water Marsh. Do not approach, too dangerous for mere biographer. Well, and that's why he's offering me proceeds from the book, right? Now, just because it's a slow episode doesn't mean it can't be somewhat action-packed, because there is a bounty hunting mission available. And we're going to see about getting the gang some money, and, you know, ourselves. Do-do-do.
Well, looky here. Maybe this is our man.
You a bounty hunter, mister?
Maybe. It depends.
Well, I'm guessing you ain't here to pass the day, turn yourself in, or discuss the finer points of county law. Then I don't need to know much more than that, till I got a reason to.
All right.
You smell that? This here's a livestock town, mister. Attracts delinquents and reprobates like flies. Now, I'm not a fellow to pass a quick judgment, but I've been around long enough to know you don't hire a saint to catch a sinner.
You must have heard about my bar
Bring
fight.
me what I need, and I'll pay you well, and I won't ask no questions.
So, what is it you need?
Why don't you have a look at that poster on the wall over there?
He's a low-down huckster. He's been poisoning folks with his miracle cure from here to Annsburg. Killed more than Landon Ricketts without even pulling a trigger. Gets some kind of sick satisfaction out of it.
The fella over at the saloon says he thought he saw him by the gorge straight north of here. You think you can bring him in? The money's good. I need him alive, though. I want to make sure the women he witted get compensated before
Arthur's
he
eyes.
swings.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, good luck to you.
Landon Ricketts is a legendary gunslinger.
And we need him alive. That's an important point.
Alive, I got it.
And you meet him in Red Dead Redemption 1, and based off the way he dresses in that game, you can tell that John, during like Arthur's parts of this game, John is clearly like dressing after him. He's kind of trying to cosplay what am I doing? Landon Ricketts a little bit. But yeah, this guy sounds like he's no good. A snake oil salesman in all the worst ways. So we're gonna see if we can't get ourselves a $50 reward.
There, boy.
I'm sure it won't be too much trouble. I mean, as we've seen, everything in Arthur's life goes really, really smoothly. squeeze. Let me just slide in here.
Are you Benedict Albright?
Oh, sir?
Huh. Kind of look like him. And I was told he'd be up here.
No, not me, sir.
It's because I want to buy some medicine. And I heard good things. I'll pay in gold if you could help me find him. It's just
Like a predator's look in his eye.
my mother's real sick.
Oh, well, if that's the case, if it's for a sick woman, I'd be happy to help. I'm a healer, you know? A medical man. Finest medicine in the state.
Game's over, mister. Put your hands up. I'm taking you in.
Taking me in? What for?
Apparently that stuff you're pushing is killing folk. And there's a price on your head. I don't know, it ain't my business.
Oh, partner, that's crap. I'm a healer. I got an aura.
I'm
I
a
speak
healer
to
of
spirits.
sorts.
I'm a scientist. Folks get real angry for no good reason. This is a mistake.
Keep your hands up, buddy. They only want you for questioning.
I have to insist that this is a mistake.
Don't be a fool.
Hold on. I'm slipping. Shit.
That went quickly, like way quicker than usual.
Oh,
Wow.
you saved me.
Now come on, buddy, let's make this easy.
What, you taking me in?
It's just for questioning.
Oh, you saved my life.
Ain't we had enough drama?
I'd be better off jumping.
They expressly told me not to kill you.
Oh, this is about you.
Don't jump!
Or what? You can't shoot me, no.
Please.
I'll take my chance.
Come here!
Bye, friend.
Really do not like you.
Come on, horse. Yeah, you think that might have been a terrible idea? Can't imagine why.
Shit. I gotta cross. Swim to the edge. Grab onto something. Keep your head above water.
Another example of what would happen
Down the rapids. Hold
if
your
Arthur
breath.
was subject to the same laws of physics as mortal men.
Get over to the bank.
Help! Help!
Got you now. Come here. Come here.
Alright, you snaky bastard.
Who made you God, friend? Who made you judge?
I'm only in it for the money.
That's even worse.
Well,
Alright,
that took care of that.
let's take you in.
Take a little tax.
This is very kind of you.
And away we go. Don't worry, buddy, this is all above board.
You know what? Reckon that
I have a permit that says I'm allowed to do this.
Sir.
suffer a little longer.
Nah, I should have let him say the line. He says that I'm suffering from exposure. And then Arthur tells him to suffer a little longer.
Oh, I seem to keep blacking out.
You do seem to keep blacking out.
Sir, this isn't necessary. I'm a medical man, a healer. It's all just a big mistake. Oh, I don't feel very well.
I told you to shut up.
Who made you judge?
I'm only in it for the money.
Oh, I don't feel well at all. You're a bully, sir.
And what are you? And what are you?
You're coming with me.
Alright, let's make our 50 bucks and vacation in Japan. That's a Rob Zombie reference.
Oh, my lord. I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Mrs. Calthorpe was just leaving.
I'm sure.
Where you want him?
Right there.
Oh, there's been some terrible mistake. I never did it. Any of it.
I thought I told you to shut up, partner.
Oh, but I told
But
you.
nothing. Shut up. And, good luck.
Good luck and shut up.
You ain't much of a man. You ask folks for forgiveness, you remember this, partner?
I've already forgotten. Now, sure, how much was you offering?
$50. Here.
Thank you. Madam.
Please, remember what I told you.
Well, I certainly feel better. What time it be? 8:37. We're not gonna pay for a room. We're gonna ride out into the woods. Arthur's feeling contemplative today. We had a nice party, got Sean back, everybody's hungover to hell and back. I think we've earned ourselves a little alone time.
Yeah.
Being out here is great until I run into it.
Let's see. I bet we wind up setting up camp up there. Close. Sometimes it's nice to just enjoy the ambiance. I mean, that's a screensaver and a half. In fact, let me show you something. Hold on. Here's how we collect video thumbnails. You can't hide the HUD right now, never mind. Well, normally I would hide the HUD and take a screenshot, but... let's cook something. Do we have meat? We don't have meat. We've given it all to Mr. Pearson, haven't we? It shouldn't be any trouble to just pop something. I was about to say, we're at max bonding. You're supposed to be Johnny on the spot, as it were. Alright. Coyotes. I'm not really looking to eat one, but we can certainly study one. Especially by chapter 3, we'll pick up the pace a bit with some of the hunting. Ah, it's a perfect pelt. I guess we could eat a coyote. I mean, kind of gross. Oh, turkeys, thank God. That's a deer. I just heard a deer.
Stay here, boy.
Actually, we'll use a bow. Rifles work for deer. Actually, that might have been an elk. We'll make it a good shot. Haven't known anything to resist a arrow to the head. Maybe a bear. Something right there. Oh, squirrels. Tell you what. We are cooking for one. I'll take whatever I can get first. Skunk. I am not eating skunk. Yep, elk. There's a ram over there. You're supposed to use a rifle for ram, but I bet we can get away with a bow headshot. Wolves. Got him. Sick. Wolves better stay away. One of the things that I've been thinking, meant to come out with this sooner, was that a big lesson of the game is that, you know, the Vanderlyn gang could have made it just fine if Dutch was not so obsessed with money and his own stature and his own,
That's my boy.
you know, like, misconceptions about what his place was, really. Because it's one thing to be the thought leader and the inspiring speech giver for the gang, but he's not a king, right? Or he's not supposed to be. But it's implied heavily that in Blackwater, the gang was... well, the gang was very wealthy and well off. And so, I think it probably played a role in Dutch's downfall. Because...
good work, boy.
You're getting used to that kind of luxury, and... what just happened? Oh, okay. I didn't know that you could do that. But yeah, transitioning from high society, high status, being so well off, to suddenly some things go wrong and we're kind of roughing it again.
You're the wrong man. You're after my brother Petey. Petey's always getting into trouble.
Yeah, sure. Your brother Petey. I guess my point is that Dutch talks a big game about rejecting the society that the government has built or whatever, and yet he falls into a lot of its trappings. He's over-concerned with material things rather than the people around him. Let's set up our tent. And we'll sleep. In the morning, we'll read Arthur's journal a little. It gives you a better sense of him. It's already a 34-minute episode. We're losing weight. That's a little annoying. I've managed to have a fat Arthur before, but it's not easy. You gotta eat. And litter. I wish he didn't do that, but... campsite got a bit wet. Well, tell you what. Oh yeah, journal. I am goofy. Goofy silly. This is the beginning. A few of Arthur's illustrations. I bought this new journal after the last one got destroyed in that fire all those months ago, whenever it was. Haven't written or drawn much in the past few months, but I was missing it more than I thought I would, and finally near a store, so here I am, I guess. After all that business up north and the fire, we spent a few months in the wilderness, traveling down from the northern grizzlies. The grizzlies are the state that we were in during the snow sections. Stuck mostly in the western foothills of the mountains during the worst of the winter, food was easy to find and life was good. Dutch had a lead for some land we were going to buy, but the land did not match up to his criteria, or he got spooked we were being watched by the law and that somebody knew who he was, and we never bought it. And we are wandering still. That's kind of an issue too, is that like, will Dutch ever settle down? Or would he, and obviously, plenty of reason to believe no, he would not. We picked up a couple of new folk in the Grizzlies. Jenny, a sweet young girl we met abandoned on the roadside, and Micah, an outlaw Dutch met in a bar someplace. Dutch seems very taken with Micah, who is pretty hot-headed, argumentative, and full of himself. Hosea and I are less sure. Guess we shall see. Eventually, we came out of the wilderness and are now holed up outside of Blackwater, although sometimes I stay in town hunting for opportunities. I might be onto something. We got plenty of money, and the trail we took was so torturous and slow, nobody could have followed us south and east, or figured out where we was heading. We was thinking about California, but then Dutch and Hosea brought us down to Blackwater. And yeah, this is an illustration of Blackwater, and as you can see, Arthur's really good at what he does. Blackwater has apparently grown a whole lot since any of them was last here. I was told to expect little more than a trading post, but the place is growing fast. It's almost a small city. The town seems to be riddled with corruption, but there's certainly plenty of money here. It's good to be sleeping in a bed from time to time and living a more civilized life after so long under canvas, but I do not particularly like being this near a town. We are living here, camping outside town mostly, hidden in plain sight, I guess. Life seems pretty easy. Again, the transition from easy, cushy life to hard things again. Everybody's kind of like morally backsliding. Abigail and Marston keep arguing. I wonder why exactly he came back. He cannot seem to decide if he wants to be a father to that boy of his or not. The arguing is exhausting. I heard talk of a man sounded like Trelawney, but we haven't seen him for many months. Hosea and I are onto something. Something pretty big. Might be a lot of cash coming in to do with a real estate scam Hosea thinks he may have discovered. I am not sure yet. The perfect crime, we think, one where we rob crooks. We were being real careful. It's fun working with Hosea again. The man is an artist of nonsense. Even if nothing comes of it, we are having an amusing enough time. It's good to be running scams again. Hosea is a born huckster. He's getting anxious, worried that by lingering in town we are going to bring undue attention to ourselves. But Dutch thinks he is also onto something big. His words, not mine. Bank money being brought in by boat, apparently. So for now, we are working on both things and seeing what happens. Plan is to flee west into the desert country and someplace if we can. And as we know, that doesn't quite go how it was planned. Micah and Dutch are planning to rob the ferry in town. They think it's laden with riches. Cash coming in for the banks, coming in by boat. For once, I am not getting involved in the job. Hosea and I are too taken up with our business, which I believe could go very well. And Dutch seems confident that with the group assembled, all will be okay. Plan is for them to carry out the job, then flee to the wilderness out to the west. The horse is shitting. The next day, Hosea and I carry out our scam and join them. Dutch seems happy and excited. He's talking again about California, but he's also talking about a lot of other places. Dreams. Just dreams, you know, Dutch. That's, I guess, the harsh reality of Dutch is that at the end of the day, no, he does not have a plan. And again, Arthur's really good at this pencil drawing thing. when you study things, like I study animals sometimes, or occasionally, like you saw him draw the oil derrick in another episode, he puts it in his journal. So that's like from a horse, I suppose. That's probably not from my studying, though, because that's before. This is all, like, before we took over. We have been running for weeks. I mean, running more than usual. The job they was pulling in Blackwater, robbing that ferry, it turned into a disaster. Young Jenny got killed, poor thing, while Sean and Mac both got arrested or killed. Nobody seems sure which. Dutch shot a girl. I am not too sure if by accident or by design, and it seems like it might have been a setup. We took to the hills in an almighty scramble, leaving money and most of our things behind. Rip Davy. Then, as we were fleeing east over the Grizzlies, an almighty storm hit us. Davy Callender, who had got shot in the gut on the raid, passed away. It was brutal to watch, and the rest of us nearly froze, but we found shelter and have been resting here in some old abandoned mining town while we await the thaw. Hardly the spring I had been hoping for, as he says. Camp Coulter. Arthur does do little illustrations of the camps. Oh, well there it is. Hardly the spring I had been hoping for. Hosea and I had been planning a robbery of our own in Blackwater, but I guess that's been abandoned along with most of what I owned. I am profoundly concerned as to what happens next. Once we leave this place, or the law finds us cowering up here... Oh, that was the end. Should have said that a little differently. Found a girl. Well, a woman, I should say. Good boy. Good Arthur. Her husband had been murdered by some of Colm O'Driscoll's boys. Nasty business. Deer. I'm assuming that's from when we hunted. Riding out. Leviticus Cornwall. Seemed Colm O'Driscoll had the same ideas as us. He's been hiding up here, scouting out a train he wanted to rob. We bumped into some of his boys at the farmstead they was robbing, found that poor woman whose husband they had murdered, and now she's riding with us and she ain't got no place better to be. Then, Dutch being Dutch and his hatred for Colm being just as powerful as it ever was, whole bunch of us went to pay him a visit in his camp, but he escaped. Well, we let him. We grabbed one of his boys. Poor bastard ain't spoken yet, but will once we freeze him a little, then set Bill on him. Been a bad few weeks, but we're mostly still alive. Dutch being Dutch is busy making plans and figuring out just how we're going to survive. And Dutch being Dutch, those plans involve robbery and dreams. I got pretentious an episode or so ago about the writing, but reading this now, I think that it might be modeled after the way Arthur writes in his journal. If so, that's really consistent and really nice attention to detail. Horseshoe Overlook. I like... You shouldn't see the little feet like Arthur's drawing his own point of view. Finally, a thaw in this god-awful weather. We got off the mountain and rode east in some pretty enough country called the Heartlands. Ain't been this far east in many a year. Hosea seems to know the country a little. Ain't been much of a spring. Now holed up at a place called Horseshoe Overlook, outside some dumpy little cattle town named of Valentine. Oh, he has a... It's a drawing of, I think, of Charles cutting wood, because he does in the cutscene. There's the cougar that I killed. He doesn't, because it's like the first cougar I ever encountered, he does a little illustration. And I'm not sure which horse that is. Dutch seems a little better. His eyes are sparkling once more, and I can see he's thinking a little clearer. I think we all feel a little happier, in spite of Blackwater and that whole mess. There's more to read, but I don't want to do too much at once. I've already done quite a bit. There's some more drawings. There's the ox that I saw. There's the dog that I studied and got weird about its description. There's the oil derrick. There's my crows that I killed, the rabbit that I killed, the yarrow and oregano that I picked, some more horses, and we'll pick up the journal later. I know that not a lot happened in this one, but we're already hitting 45 minutes. got Arthur's guns cleaned, read some things, good lord. Read some things. Did a bounty mission. Read the journal. An uneventful sort of episode. I might cut it up a little bit. I always threaten to do that and never do, but we'll see. Either way, I suppose the next one will probably pick up right about here.